Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I am making this video session because I'm not very satisfied with code.org curriculum. There's a leap between lesson 9 and lesson 11, so I want to make this lesson to make sure that you can have a good transition between lesson 9 and lesson 11, because there are some stuff that the lessons, I don't think they are enough for you to cover, for you to understand. So this is why I'm preparing this lesson. In the lesson 9 we moved our sprites in diagonally, and we also rotated them, so we know how to move our objects. Okay, the next level, it is actually, this is supposed to prepare us for the next level, but actually it doesn't. So I'm skipping this level and going to focus on lesson 11. Okay, in lesson 11 we are going to learn about conditionals, but before that we have to know one thing. It is Booleans, as this tried to explain, but I didn't find it very successful. This is why I'm making this class. First of all, what is Boolean or what is binary? Let's just talk about this binary. I'm writing the stuff for you so you wouldn't you won't be lost in my pronunciation. Binary, bi means, in Latin, bi means two. Binary means things consists of two stuff. For example, in computer science, everybody tells that it is zeros and it is ones, but nobody exactly explains it everywhere. So in computer science, there is electricity, this is 1. There is no electricity, this is 0, because computers, they cannot understand anything else. They work with electricity. So if there is electric current on a circuit, you will say this is a 1. If there is no electric circuit, this is a 0. So using this, everything is, let's say, leveled. How? As I think you learned in the mathematics, if you didn't learn already, we have a binary system, we have a decimal system we use every day, means it has numbers through 10. So let's say decimal system, let me just correct it. Decimal system, it has these digits starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Decimals, these are the digits you can use in decimals. In binary system, you only have 2. It is what? 0 and 1. So if you want to tell, for example, if you want to write a number, let's write 5. Okay, 5 equals to, in binary, so let's say, I think it's supposed to be the first digit of the binary system. It is the first digit. If you start from the right side, the first digit is 1, 1, 1. Okay, this is the raised 2 by 0, it is 1. Raised 2 by 2 by 1, it is 2. This is raised 2 by 3, it is 2, it's 4. So this is the first. So let's say 1, 0, 1, 2. Okay, let's just make it like that, and 2. Okay, so the first digit, let me clear this, the first digit is the value of 0, 2 powered by 0, which is 1. The second digit is 1 powered by 2, it is 2. The third digit is 2 powered by 2, it is 4, not 2, 4. So if you want to write 5, you'll write this 1, 0, 1. So it equals to 4 plus, where's plus? Here, 0 plus 1, which is what? Let's say 5 in decimal. Okay, 1, 0, 1. I can teach you how to convert them, but no big deal. 1, 0, 1 in binary. Okay. This is not our class right now. We're not going to convert numbers. We are going to learn how to use binary numbers in, let's say, variables, so we can have some decisions. We are going to have some decisions in the let's say, program we are trying. For example, we are going to make if the car passed the final let's say level, so you say you are the winner. If the let's say rocket you sent to the enemy hit it, you will reduce from the life. For example, you are making a game, or you are making a game, if you hit the enemy you died, if you jump over the object you got a great score. So this is why you are always checking if something happened. If something happened, you are going to do this. If didn't happen, you're going to do that. Let me show you an example. This is a flow chart. We call them flow charts when you're deciding what to do. This is a funny flow chart actually. In engineering, if does it move? If yes, should it move? If yes, there's no problem. If it should move and it doesn't move, no. Should it move? It shouldn't move. So you do what? You duct tape it. This is simple engineering. Okay, let's go back. Does it move? No, it doesn't move. Should it move? Yes. So use WD-40, put some oil on it, let it move. If it doesn't, so should it move? No. And it doesn't move. So there is no problem. So this is how you make the basic decisions in your game. Assuming you are making a game like a Mario Brothers game. So you are jumping over an object, you got a score. For example, when you touch the gold coin, you got it, so it will increase your score. So the gold coins X and Y, if it is equal to your X and Y, this means you got it, so you will increase the score. If it is not, for example, if your X and Y is equal to the, let's say, the enemy's X and Y, or a let's say arrow enemy sent to you, so you will lose some life or you will die maybe. I think you got the idea. So if is the keyword here. We are going to use true and false. So we are going to ask, does it move? If it is true, it's yes. If it is false, no. So true or false are the key statements here. Okay. In our first example, conditional. So I'm going to walk through you this one. Okay, lesson overview. Okay. All right. We're going to learn about if statement. We're going to check equality, inequality. Equality means are they equal? Inequality means are they not equal? Greater than, is this greater than that, or greater than that, or equal? It's also important. Is this less than that, or less than or equal? So I'm going to show you examples that we can learn more about those. Okay, let's see what is the first lesson. In the first one, okay, it says Boolean expressions predict. What are we going to predict? Which result is going to be printed? Okay, let's see the results here. Okay, see, I'm not going to grade you, so I gave you the true result. So this level is kind of going to be a level that you have to just watch with me and do it with me. Okay. In this code, I'm going to look at the code with you, so I want to check. What does that say? It says sprite1 is a create, so I create a sprite, name is sprite1. The x value of the sprite1 is what? 100, and the y value of the sprite1 is 200. Good. I'm declaring another sprite. This time it is x 300, y 200. So console.log is a command that you can just write down here in your console. So you use it like this: console.log, open a parenthesis, open the bracket, you write something. Is this true? This is C double equal. Double equal is the equal thing that we see over here. Let me come back to this one. Equality operator. It's double equal. I'm going back. Equality operator checks. It's a question. Is the first thing equal to the second thing? If yes, the value of this brackets, the stuff in brackets, it's true. If it is not, it is false. So we will see sprite1.y is equal to sprite2.y. Is this equal? Let's see. What is the y value for the sprite1? It is 200. And what is the y value for sprite 2? It is 200 again. Are they same? Yes, they are same. So this is a true. Okay, the first one is true. Let's see the second one. We are checking if the sprite1.x, which is sprite1.x is 100, is greater than sprite2.x. Sprite2.x is 300. Is 100 greater than 300? It is no, it is not. So this is false. The first one was true. The second one is false. Okay. And the last one is, let's say that sprite1.x is less than sprite2.y. Sprite1.x is 100. Sprite2.y is 200. So yes, sprite 100 is less than 200. This means that is also true. So true, false, true. The right answer on the top is supposed to be true, false, true. So when I run the code, I will see that nothing here, but on the bottom here, I will see true, false, true. Using console.log, I created 3 lines in my console. So, you don't have to follow everything while you are making a program. You can just make a log. In this log, whatever you want can be logged. For example, you are preparing a long program and you want to see how it works, but you don't want to wait hours when it's working. So you can just log the stuff you think that is important. So it will log it for you. Okay, this is my log. See, I can read the log here. In other programs, you can make a text file for your log, but in this case, you see your console log down here. So to see the values in the program, changing stuff, you can just use this command, console.log. When you open, you can just use whatever stuff you want to use. I'm going to show you more examples so you don't have to worry about it. So I hope you understand. This is just checking. This operator with a double equal checks if these 2 items are equal. This is, as you know, greater. This is lesser. Good. We are done with this. So once it is, the answer is A. As I said, I'm not going to grade this week. So you don't have to worry about lesson 11. Okay. But please pay attention and watch this video very carefully. And of course, apply it when you're done. Finish. Congrats. Good. Let's go. Lesson. Okay. Item 3. You will watch the video yourself. I will try to explain it further. Okay. Booleans and comparison operators. Okay, this is equal. This is equal. This is not equal. Do you see the exclamation mark? Exclamation mark and equal means not equal. Are these 2 items not equal? If they're not equal, do this. If they're equal, do this. Depending on the case, you will use it. Greater or lesser. And this is greater or equal. This means, for example, if let's say, gamer, you made a game, and if a gamer scored over 100, so you said if the gamer scored over 100, you are going to give him bonus. Okay, but what if are you going to use equal to? If you use equal to 100, if the score equals to 100, if the gamer scored 101, you will not give him bonus. So you shouldn't use this one. Okay, the gamer got 101. You are not using not equal because it could be less or more. If it is bigger than that, greater than that, so okay, if it is greater than 100, give him the bonus. But what if the 100 itself, you might use greater than 99. But what if it is 99.1? It is not the same thing. For example, you want to give it more than 100. He got a 99.1. So if it is greater than 99, give him. But 99.1 doesn't cover. But this one, greater than or equal. For example, if the gamer scored 100, greater than 100 or equal to 100, this means it will be the best solution for this kind of a problem. Okay, so if it is greater or equal, so it should be either great or equal. So in both cases, this will give you a true in return, okay? And less or equal, for example, if the student's grade is less than 50 or equal to 50, it's an F, kind of. This solves that kind of problems. Okay, you can just read thorough and I will pass this. Okay. In level 5, this is also important. Okay. Boolean expressions. What is the simplest Boolean expressions are here? Okay, do this. You can modify the values of the sprite properties, okay, so that each of the Boolean expression evaluates to true. So everything here, console.log, everything, they should be what? True. I'm going to start this over because I passed this level already. So let me just, start over and show you. Okay, when I run the code, what happens? Comparison 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're all false, as you see down here. Okay, they're all false. Let's just start from the first comparison. What is the first comparison? I'm clicking on the console.log. Okay, look at the console.log. I can show you the text version of it. Console.log, in quotation marks, it writes comparison 1. Look at down here, it writes comparison 1. So whatever you include in quotations, it will write as it is. Then after the quotation mark, it has a plus. This means I want to add one more thing here, which is in this case false. It is asking sprite2.x is equal to, let's say just ask better, is sprite2x equal to sprite2y. Is this equal? This means I have to make all of them do this. I have to make all of them true. So to make all of them true, I should do this. I can go back. I cannot change this part, but I can change the upper part. I have to do this. Sprite2.x should be equal to sprite2.y. Okay. What is the sprite2.x? Okay. All I have to do, let me show blocks, it will be easier to read. Sprite2.x, which is, in this case, sprite2.x is 300, as you see. Sprite2.y is 200. So to make them equal, I can make this 200. So they will be both same. Sprite2.x equals to sprite1.y. No, sprite2.y, I'm sorry. So they should match. Okay, sprite2.y, sprite2.x, they should match, which is matching now. Let me run the code again and see the comparison 1 changed to true because sprite2.x, which is 200, equals to sprite2.y. Yes. Okay, the second comparison. Okay, second comparison says comparison 2. Sprite2.rotation is less than 40. Okay, let's check sprite2.rotation. Sprite2.rotation is here. It is 60. It should be less than 40. So let me make it 39. In this case, 39 is less than 40. If I change the rotation of sprite2 to less than 45, it should be true. Reset run. Is it true? Yes. Comparison 2, it is true. Sprite2.rotation is now less than 40. Continuing, console.comparison 3. Sprite1.scale is equal to sprite2.scale. Let's check this one. I'm going up. Their scales should be the same. Okay. How about I change? What is this scale? It is 1.5. Let me change it to 1. What is the other one scale? It's half. Let me change it to 1. So they should be equal now. Reset run. Oh my. It is true now. Comparison 3. It is true. Their scale is same. How about this? If I just make them 2, both of them 2 and 2, is it going to be the same again? Yes, comparison 3 is true. They are supposed to be equal. It doesn't say they are supposed to be 2 or 1 or 1.5, whatever you want to do. Next, comparison 4 is sprite1.x greater than 150. Let's check. Sprite1.x, sprite1.x, where is it? Sprite1.x should be bigger, greater than 150. Sprite1.x is 100. So let's make it 151. So is it greater? Yes, it is. Reset run. So the comparison 4 should be true. Great. And the last one, comparison 5. Comparison 5 says sprite 2.y should be less than 200. Okay, I'm going to sprite 2.y. This is my sprite 2 and this is the y. It is 200. It should be less than 200. Let me make this 199. Okay, reset run. Is it less than 200 now? It is 100. But the problem, the comparison one is now not true. Why? Because I changed this one. Let's check. The comparison one says sprite 2.x should be sprite 2.y. They should be same. So I'm going to sprite 2 and changing this to 199 again. Reset run. They are now all through, as you see. So console.log, you can just write whatever you want. In this case, let's learn it again. You can just write stuff using quotations. Then you can just write a Boolean expression, a binary number, a true or a false, depending on the result. So this is checking. 5 comparisons, they're all true. Do this. Make all them true. We did it. Good. Now finish. Good. I hope you are getting it. If you don't get it, please rewind back and watch it again. I don't want to have any issue. Okay, match the Boolean expressions to English descriptions. Okay, that's easy. Let's see that. The answer is here, but I just want to focus. Let me just zoom in so you can see better. Is the dog sprite rotation less than the cat sprite's rotation? Okay, which is supposed to be big? Cat sprite's rotation should be bigger, right? Okay, rotation. There is only one rotation in this. Look at the X rotation scale, XX. This is the only thing has to do with the rotation. You don't have to think. Okay, is the dog sprite X, okay, dog's X, less than cat sprite's X? So dog's X should be less than cat's X. I think that's the one. Dog X is less than cat's X. Okay, and next one is the dog sprite scale. There's only one scale thing, so I just put it over here. And next one is the dog sprite X greater than cat sprite X. Dog X should be greater than cat X. Dog X should be greater than cat X. See the greater. Okay, is the dog sprite X equal? This is the only thing with the equal operator, so that should be it. Is dog X equal to cat X? Yes. Next. All right. Next one, Booleans. Do this. The program draws a race car at a finish line. We're going to figure out when the race car crosses the finish line. The sprites have all set up for you. Okay. Add a console log. I'm going to change this to the original version because I solved it already. So I'm going to solve it again with you. Run the code. What happens? We have a finish line. We have a what? Car passing the finish line. And we are going to add a console log statement inside the draw loop. Okay. Look, this is important, so we better pay attention. Add a console log statement inside the draw loop. What is draw loop? Draw loop is this green area where you put your stuff inside to draw. Okay. So we're going to add a console statement. Okay. How do I add it? Do I have it here? Where is my console statement? Is it here? Let me just drag this down. I think, yeah, oh, here we go. In the variables, I have the console log message, okay? Add a console statement in the draw loop. So I put it inside the draw loop, okay? Let's put it just below the draw sprites, or just here, after the race car. I put it here, okay? Then, add a Boolean expression inside the console log. Boolean X that asks, okay, this is going to ask, is the X position of the race car less than the X position of the finish line? Okay, what is the X position of the finish line? So when I move my mouse over the finish line, I'm going to take the center of the finish line. In this case, it is 38. Okay, and I'm going to compare it with the race car. Okay, so if the X position is less, this means it passed the finish line. You can just adjust it perfectly when it just touches this area. But let's just use this area's location 77 for the X value of the black line over here. I'm going to use this one. So if the X position of the race car is less than 77, what happens? we will have a winner, right? So we will do what? Look out the output of the program, how it works. When does the output change? Okay, we're going to just use one single line. The message I'm going to use is what? It's going to be a what is it? Boolean expression. Okay, it's not going to be a message. So I'm going to show text, and clear instead of the message, I'm going to delete this one, and I'm just going to ask the question. What is the question? Is the X position of the race car? What's the name of the race car in here? It's race car dot X position of the race car. Is it equal? No, it is what? Greater. Is it lesser or greater? Less than. Less. This is less? No, this is less. Less than what? 77. Why? Because 77 is the X location of the black line here. Okay, you can just change the number depending on, you know, if it touches. Okay, I put this. I hope it's going to work. Reset, run. When I push run, look, you see false down here, but when your car passes, it turns to true. Okay, you can just, you know, see this. There is a bar here. You can put it up and down. Okay, let me reset it. Now the values are here. Actually, this is a very long list of text. You can just go up and down. It starts false, 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 false. This means it didn't pass yet. Scroll down, 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 down. Then at the end, you will see the true. This means it now passed. Okay? So it's a long list. Okay? Long list starting from, you can just click and see further. False, false, didn't pass, didn't pass, didn't pass, didn't pass. And then until you will see the what? True. Okay. So we added a Boolean expression in the console, and is it less than X of the finish line? This means did it pass? Okay, and what does the output change? The output changes when the car, right, passes the 77. Let's see that. When the car, see this, I think the center of the car is passing of it. So yeah, the center. So we can just consider using a different number. So the, you know, the center will be here. Let's try reset run. When the car's bumper is in the finish line, the center is around 150. Let's make it 150. So this will, you know, so this will give you a more accurate thing. So when the car is X is 150, it just passed. So the value is now true. Okay, finish. Yes. So let's see the next one. In the next one, we have to add the console log statement, great, and add a Boolean expression, whether checks the fruit.scale is greater than 2. Okay, what's happening? Run the code. The fruit is getting bigger. So what are we doing? We're making the scale add more and more, so it's just checking. So when the fruit.scale is what? Great enough, so it's going to what? Change it to appear. Okay, so let me just version history, start over. Okay, so we'll see that. You are going to use a console log. We have the apple getting bigger and bigger. See, you see, it is a very small in the beginning, but in our function row, we have this line, which tells us scale is increasing by 0.1 in every time it runs, and it just gets bigger and grows. Okay. Now what are we going to do? We're going to add a Boolean expression inside the console log that checks the fruit scale is greater than 2. So how do I do that? I shouldn't write it up here. I should write it inside the function row. After it just changes the value of the fruit.scale, I will check by variables. Okay, where's my thingy? Console.log. I will put it just after the fruit scale line, and in this one, what am I going to check? If the I'm going to delete everything including the quotations. I'm going to write this is fruit.scale, is it equal? No, equal, or let's use greater, right? Is it greater or equal to what? 2. This asks, is it 2 yet? Is it 2 yet or more? So when it is greater or equal to 2, it's going to say true. Okay? Okay, I'm going to run this. What happened? It says false. Why? Because it started from a very small value, 0.1. It's increasing, increasing, increasing. Okay, now it is true. This means now it is more than double. Okay, great. Oh, I made some mistake. Let me try. What is my fruit, right? Fruit dot scale. This is we call a watch. A watch gives you live information about something. In this case, I want to see the fruit scale live value. I'm adding this watch and resetting and running this program again. You see this is less than 1. It's getting bigger. It's now 1 plus something. Now it is almost 2, and see the value I have is now true. So, by the way, let's learn how to use a watch. Let me just do it again. I just push this blue button, or you just write it. What is the thing I want to check? The fruit.scale. Fruit.scale. I want to check this. I want to check the live value of this. Okay, push plus. It's undefined because we didn't run the code. When I run the code, see the fruit scale is improving because I asked it to increase by 0.01. So it is just over 2, and now my value is true. I think you got it. Okay. So let's just go to the next level. Good. Next level, conditional statements. Great, you can watch it. I did already. So it is just, helping out. If statements. Okay, if this is the case, do that. If age is 18 or older, you can vote. If it is not, you cannot. I think you got it. So this is the condition. So when you drag the blue if, you will put the condition on the top here, and the stuff when you are supposed to be doing is inside this white area. So you should just do whatever you have to do. You will write it here, and in between this curly braces or parentheses or brackets, whatever you call it. Okay, you should write whatever. If the condition is true, do this. You should write it in between these two braces. Okay. Let's continue and see an example. Okay, in this example, what are we doing? Let me start over because I already did, as I said, finish this. Okay. In this example, what are we doing? Okay, run the code. What's happening? My car is going to the finish line. Great. Do this. The race car program you wrote earlier is loaded. Add an if statement after you update the position of the race car. Okay, we are updating the position of the race car here. See, update. Race car's x is going -2 every step. Why? Because it's going to left, reducing the x. So the x value is 379 here. I move my mouse left. This means to move something left. See, my x is 155. I should reduce the x. Okay, so I should put a what if statement after I update the position. I get the control. See, we have a new thing here. If I just put it just after the race car x equals to race car x -2. It's showing red because I have to write stuff inside, right? This is why it's showing blues, reds. Expected and identified. We have to write stuff. Okay, move the Boolean expression from the console log statement. Do I have the console log statement here? Where is my console log statement? Let me see a bigger area. Okay, do I have a console log statement? No, I think when I updated it, it just disappeared. So I can write the statement. What is the statement we did? If the car passed the finish line, just do what? Write true. We did it for the console log. Remember? So if so what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to do the same thing. If the car, what's the car? Race car dot x. If it is less than, where's less? This is less than what? 150 we used, remember? If it is less than 150, if this is true, do this. If this is not true, you will not do anything for now. If true, do this. What is it going to do? If, okay, inside the if statement, add a statement to draw the text on the screen to say winner. Okay, it's supposed to say what? Draw a text to say winner. How do I draw a text? Draw what? Let me take this console down, or this one up, so you can see better. I'm supposed to write a text, so I have to find it first. Text, it's here. I should use a text. Write a text, okay? Over here. What is it saying? To say winner. Okay, I'm going to say winner. Copy and paste it in the quotation marks. You do not delete the quotation marks. Okay, when it passed, it's going to say winner. Run the program. Okay, is it going to say winner? It's going to say winner, but the problem is I can't see it. The problem is I can't see it because of the location of it. You know, you're going to have this problem first. Where am I writing it? 0, 15. It's just in the background. So I better write it somewhere here. X is 150, 100. Let's try X is 150, Y is 100. Okay. So I write this, and how about which color I'm going to write? Fill color. I have to put this one, right? If you don't do this stuff, you know, what color do I want my text? Let's say black. Okay. And let's change the text size so it will be a little bit bigger, right? So text size. Do we have it? Yes. Text size. Okay, it was 12. Let's make it 25 or 29. Good. Run the code. I'm checking if the rate car X is less than 150, winner. Oh, did you see? I didn't change anything about the expression, but when I change the position of the X and make it bigger, I can see it now. Okay, how about we write this in red and bigger? Let's make it red and let's make it bigger, like 60. Okay, reset run. I run my code. When my car's X position is less than 50, now I just write this. Okay, winner. I did it. Finish. Yes. Okay, the last one. Conditionals. Okay, what is the job? Let me version history start over. Let's read the job together. Oops, I don't have too much time left. So, what is the job? Changing fruit. Changing fruit. Now that you know how to use if statements, you can do more than just check if apple has reached scale of 2. You can turn apple into a pear once it happens, okay? Like I showed you before. It's going to turn into a pear. If it is, use the conditional. Do what? Whether the fruit at scale is greater than 2. If it is, change the fruit animation to pear. Okay, let's do it. Where do I check stuff? After I update my scale. This is updating my scale, update values. After that, I'm going to do what? Change the what? Fruit animation. How do I change the animation? As you all know, we change the animations using set sprite animation. Okay, I put it just after I update the values. And what is the name of the sprite? It's fruit. F-R-U-I-T. Is it? Yeah. Fruit that set animation. Now I'm changing the animation. I want to use show blocks because I don't want to just type it. In this case, do I have a peer over here? Let me go to the animation tab and see if I have a peer. Yes, I do have a peer. I will go back to code. And all I have to do is set animation, fruit that set animation. It's not any sprite, it's fruit. I change it to peer. But I have to, oh, I made a great mistake. You know what I did? I have to check first. How do I check? You remember? If. Let me put this if after this one. Then what am I supposed to check? If the fruit dot scale, okay, let's write it. Fruit dot scale is greater, right, than 2. What do I do? If fruit dot scale is greater than 2, set the animation. I put it inside now. Set the fruit animation as peer. So if it is greater than what? 2, you will have, okay, run the code. When I see it, you see my watch, it is increasing, and when it is 2, is it 2 yet? Yeah, when it is 2, it just showed me a pear instead of a what? Instead of a apple. Oh my god, that's it, reset. So, challenge, can you make the fruit stop growing once it turns to a pear? Okay. So I don't want it to grow anymore. So how do I do this? I can just set it to 2. Okay. If I just change it back to 2, it will not grow anymore. So I will go to sprites, or I can just type it myself, but let's do it. So let's just go to show text. If I set it back to 2, fruit dot scale equals to 2. If I just do this, I set it to 2. Okay, this is a fixed value, so it will be in 2 forever. Even if this increases it, it will come back. Reset, run again. So it changes when it is more than 2. Boom. Now it's not growing anymore. Why? Because it is scaled to a fixed number. That's it. Great. Finish. Good job. So let's just check our stuff. Pop. Okay. Let's check this one. In this example, it wants you to do what? Make it pop. Okay. So let this be your what? Challenge then. You will challenge yourself. I'm not going to show you this one. Let's just see if you learn something from this one, and I will help you, of course. Let's see that. Okay, for now we're done. I'm going to stop recording and you will do your job. Bye.